Hi, I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Gary Edmonds. I'm a realtor here in the local area. I want to welcome you to my home. I was born in Glendora and have been a native to this area for most of my life. I'm married. I have 5 kids. I served in the military in my youth, and now I've been a realtor for about 12 years here with Southland Properties. Now, I wanted to answer a couple questions you may have. The first question being, why Southland Properties? Southland Properties is a leading real estate agency servicing the Southern California with specific attention to the Glendora, Laverne, San Dimas, Azusa, and Covina areas. Specifically, we sell more homes in Glendora than any other real estate agency to show you our strength. We've been serving the Southern California area for 30 years, and we have our finger on the pulse of real estate in the local area. I believe this helps us serve you to a greater degree and with more precision and speed. And why me? What sets me apart from other agents? Let me tell you, the top 15% of agents actually use professional photography when marketing your property, and that's what you're hiring me to do, is market your property. Now, a lot of agents, obviously 85% of those agents don't use professional photography, and their photography is questionable considering that they're selling a $500,000 property plus, depending upon where you are. The top 1% actually use video, and I do that also. So I believe that those are 2 things that set me apart from other agents in my area. Let me tell you about the risks of overpricing your house. There are agents out there that will tell you that your home is worth $50,000 to $100,000 more than it truly is, subsequently buying the listing. You, of course, desire to get as much as you possibly can from the sale of your house, so you lean in their direction. They're very persuasive, and you sign a listing with them. What happens with those listings is they post it up on the MLS, and it lingers on the market, and then they continuously ask you for price reductions to move your house down below market value. Subsequently, you receive less for the home had you priced the home at market value or even slightly under market value. Now, the house in the first 21 days of being on the market will be seen by 85% of buyers that are currently looking in the market. And if it's overpriced, they're going to let it linger. And what it's going to take is for you to continuously reduce that price for them to realize, hey, that house is now worth what I'm willing to pay, and I'll go see it or potentially provide an offer. It is better for you to market your property slightly under market value. This will create a great deal of interest from those buyers that are in the market and currently seeking a home, potentially setting you up for a multiple offer situation where you can drive the price up slightly. A house's market value is based upon what similar homes in your area have recently sold for in the last 90 days. Looking at local comparables will give you a per square foot price for your home. You multiply that based upon your per square foot of your home, and then it gives you a market value. Listing your house as close to that market value as possible, or even under it, will set you in a good place. Interior finishes will impact your market value, but what it does most is bring interested buyers to your home. The more interested buyers you have coming to your home to view your property, the more likely a potential offer is to be received at market or close to market value. Now I'd like to transition to the computer and show you what I believe the market value of your home is based upon the comparables in your area. I'm going to show you some pictures and some properties that are currently available and homes that have sold in your neighborhood in the last 90 days. Thank you for watching. Hey, Dustin, Ruppert, you asked me to do a comparable market analysis on the properties that you own. And you gave me one of the addresses that's 2629 College Lane, but you weren't sure about the others. I did check title, and I see 2 properties that you're involved with in One of them is on or at that address, 2629 College Lane in Laverne. There's also another property that's up on Palmer Canyon in Claremont um, that you're involved with. Looks like it's just an empty lot. So this is the one house property that you then I'm able to do a comparable market analysis. I noticed that you're in business with Kenneth Ruppert, obviously your brother or partner. Looking here, I did a search under Kenneth Ruppert, and I see that he has multiple properties. I don't know if any of these properties are also your properties because they're all held under trust. So just curious if any of these addresses you would like to have comparable market analysis is done on, please let me know. All right, so we're going to start with the first one. Let's just go back here. This is the 5223 Palmer Canyon Road. That's on Claremont. That is an empty lot up in the hills of Claremont, and I'm not sure if how much you know about that particular property, but it's you can see that's about all I see is trees. So not much there. All right. I went on to the other property, that 2629 College Lane in Laverne. Looked it up. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, about 1,568 square feet, and it has a lot size of 1353. It being part of a very specific planned unit development. All right. So I went up and onto the MLS, and here's your property, 2629 College Lane. I'm just going to pull out just a little bit here so you can see the rest of the community. So you know that this particular community is very specific planned unit development. So there's not that many comparables in the area. When I searched, these are all the homes within this basically specific area that had sold. The red ones are sold. The green ones are currently available. And then if you can see right in here, this is specifically your planned unit development. There is one property that's sold in there. It is a let's see, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $430,000. Now I went on to, just don't mind that. I went on to do a analysis on this. I used that as our comparable property. It is probably the most comparable, even though it is a townhouse. That house sold for $430,000. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a little bit smaller than the one you currently have. I think this is a good starting place for your property at a per square foot price. So let's say $216 per square feet. So I'm gonna bring up a calculator here. There we go. And so we say 216. Sorry about that. Let me turn off. I'll leave it available. Okay, so we're talking about 316. Sorry, 316 a square foot. So we're gonna go 316 times, and then your square footage, which is 1568, and we come up with a 495, 488. I believe that based upon the comparables in your area, again, this is the house that we're talking about. That sold down the street. It is a townhouse. Yours is a planned unit development. Similar age, similar size, similar lot size. So I think that's a very good comparable. I think your house is a good starting or asking price to start off would be $499,000, and that's where I would start for that. I'm going to send this comparable market analysis, this report to you, along with this video explaining how we came to that particular number. Again, all houses are going to, when an appraisal is, or the way we do comparable market analysis is the same way we do an appraisal. And so the appraiser is going to go out there and he's going to look for properties within a mile of your property that are
comparable to your house. Obviously, this one that's over here on College Lane is a good comparable, and he's going to base his square foot price on what it sold for. Now it's all based upon lot square footage and interior square footage. Again, your lot and his lot are very similar. Your interior square footage and his interior square footage is very similar. And again, it's in this plant, this development, which seems to have been built all at the same time. So again, I think it's a good comparable. I think it sets our price, and there you go. Anyway, this is Gary Edmonds with Southland Properties. If you saw any of these homes or any of these other properties, or if you have an address for the additional property that you'd like a comparable market analysis done for, please get that to me, and I'd be more than happy to produce another video and report on that one. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, and I appreciate you having some grace. This took a little while because it's such a unique property. Again, this is Gary Edmonds with Southland Properties. I can be reached at 626-827-4477. That's 626-827-4477. Thanks. I wanted to mention one more thing. I honestly believe that from now till the end of August is going to be the best time. It is the home selling season, and I think as far as the housing market, we're starting to see a softening in the market based because of interest rates have gone up. We just saw interest rates go up again yesterday. There's a trade war or something is going on with trade tariffs with China, which is going to impact the economy, and I think we're going to continue to see softening. So I think if you're really considering selling a house at this point, which you never said you were, but if you are interested in selling a house right now, this is the time to do it. If you're thinking that you're going to sell this house in the next few years, I believe that to get the most value out of this home, it's time to sell today. So, and that's a crystal ball. I can't tell you what's going to happen next week. But in reality, the Fed has already stated that they're going to increase interest rates over the year to combat inflation. That's one. Two, we have a trade war or trade tariffs that are being levied against China, which is one of our number one trading partners, which is impacting the economy. We saw the Dow Jones drop 725 points today. It's not a direct indicator for the housing market, but the Dow Jones is for the economy to a certain degree. So, all these things impact when people think that or even perceive that the market or that the economy is down. They tend to hang on to their money. When they hang on to their money and they're not buying things, houses tend to linger on the market longer. Sellers get more desperate; they lower their prices. And then the housing market starts to see a softening or a small slump. I don't believe this is going to be going on for 5 years, but I think over the next few years we'll definitely see this market turn from a seller's market into a buyer's market. So if you guys have interest in selling, I believe that this is the time. Again, this is based upon predictions, and everybody has an opinion, right? Anyway, thanks again. This is Gary. Talk to you later.